Alright, let's cover the last topic, which is the curve node. Okay, so we need an object here, so I'm going to create this object, just make it longer, just freeze transform it. I'm going to adjust the pivot holding D and then move it down to the root of it, and we need to have a curve, of course, so we need to go to surface, the curves, click the line here and then just draw your curve. Just gonna do that and switch to move tool, and I'm going to adjust the curve to be a bit more 3D. Okay, and now I'm going to select the object and then apply the mesh. Okay, so here we have the mesh distribute. We are distributing about 10 for now, and so let's apply the curve. So the curve here. Okay, and the curve menu. First of all, in the beginning, there's an empty menu here. You need to add the curve in this box. So by having this menu available and this outliner available, click and hold your middle mouse button on the curve here and then drop it there. Alright, now thing is, basically nothing much happened, right? So yeah, I want to move it, but it doesn't really follow the curve. Sort of generally yes, but a bit offsetted. So let's put it back to 0. So the reason why is because it's in the distribute node. The distant x is already some manipulation here, so that's why it doesn't follow the curve. So if you go back, put it all the way to 0, right, and then we go back to the curve and then we increase the steps, you will see now it start following properly. So here you see, if I move it, you see it start to offset it somewhere, so you don't want to do that, so unless you intended to do so for some purpose, but in this case let the curve adjust the steps. And if you notice down here, there's some sort of animation going on. It is actually, if I put it all the way to 200 and I'm going to go back in the beginning and play, you will see there's actually an animation. Alright, so if I, that's the steps. So if I just play from here, so it's like the spacing between all the multiplied object. Okay, animation speed, if I want to slow it down, I can just slow it down. You will see it's move slowly. See, time step variation, if you want to add some variation, like some are faster, some are slower, so you can add that. So this is good if you want to do like a car moving in a path or something, or flying car or something like that. Okay, so you can add some variation. Let's put 0 back. Random velocity, same thing. Some will move a little bit more faster. See, some are slower. Velocity, noise, if you want to add. Okay, yeah, it will be better with the random. Alright, so, and then you have the noise scale. I'm not sure what it does, but it's just adding some sort of a random, I guess. Yeah, and then you can also animate offset along curve. If you want to offset it, start from here, then everything start from there. Then you have the clip. So this is quite interesting. So there's clip start is from 0, clip end is at 1 already. So if I reduce the clip here, you notice that the end, because it starts from here, right, the end is here, so if I reduce the end, so it only exists until here only. It will get clipped off, which means that's the only life it has. It's shorter. So if I move it longer, it will be longer. Same goes with this one. It will clip the beginning part, right? So what this can also do is, if you, let's say, multiply this a lot, 50, you will see that it's like a moving line going on there, right? Maybe we can play with scale. Oh, that's like quite interesting. Right? Yeah, play with that. Yep. Ramp. If, let's say, you want to ramp the scale, but there's no value here in the scale, so there's no effect. Right, so these are some stuff that you can do to like sort of like experiment with it. I don't think these have an effect because it's being controlled by the curve. Okay, so you have random strength if you want. Then, you know, again, some are moving faster and slower. Right, and you can again have an offset object for some reason. You can control how it grows. Weird, right? Maybe what you can do is you change it to add, then yeah, it will just grow, right? So normal, it grows and then it moves away. Yeah, quite an experimentation there. Yeah, so that is the right click and break connection. We don't need this. Yeah, so that is basically a curve. And the thing about the curve is, if you select the original curve and you go to the control, you can still effects the the meshed object. When you play, okay, but what if you don't want to animate? What if, okay, so what if I don't want to animate? We just reduce the count a little bit. So 50, right? Okay, what if I don't want to animate? I just want it to be like that. So you go to the curve and then at the animation just put 0. Then there won't be any animation, right? So that's it. Okay, now just to wrap it up, let's try an experiment. What if we combine the transform and also the random, right? So let's try and do random first. So random, see, things are already getting randomized. Maybe we don't play with a random or that, we play with rotation randomness and even scale. So why not scale? Can uniformly scale it? No, not in non-uniform. So then we have the shape that looks like this. Alright, it's quite cool. So random, and then wait, let me just move back to object mode. And then the last part is we're going to add the transform. So where's the transform? Down here, transform. I'm gonna add the right click on it, the locator, and now you can move it around anywhere you want. You can have it here, we can have it anywhere we want. It could be like a weird staircase to hell or something. Right, or maybe some maybe you model a melody notes and it's like flying up to the heavens or something. Right, so that covers the notes, the 3 notes for today's lesson. And then after this, on the next video, it will be a small exercise for you to do so that you can obtain your attendance for today's class. Okay, bye.